Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special edition of TXN Sports World. This is Michael Flecha, and we are live right now around the world. It is an honor and a privilege to be doing this for you guys right now. And yes, here we are. The big day has arrived. Tomorrow is the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and it's going to be an unbelievable day, an unbelievable afternoon of soccer and everything else. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to preview. Like I said yesterday, we're going to do this every day, every game. We're going to preview the upcoming matches, the fixtures for the FIFA World Cup. And what a way to start it right now. The first game, el primero partido of la Copa Mundial 2026 will be held at the Mexico City FIFA World Cup Stadium, otherwise known as Estadio Azteca. It will be Mexico going up against Bafana of South Africa, and this is poetic justice because this is going to be the same day, the same two teams that kicks off the FIFA World Cup. As many of you guys know, it was back in 2010 when South Africa was the host nation. This was the first African World Cup ever, and it was Mexico and South Africa jumping off the tournament. And in that day, South Africa got a 1-1 draw, but it wasn't without a lot of great play and a lot of great moments. Ship Shabalala gave us a golazo for the ages with a beautiful shot on a beautiful through ball that set him up outside of the box, and he rips it from almost 30 yards out into the back of the net, top shelf, for a goal that was not only legendary for him, but it also was one of the greatest moments, not only for South Africa, not only for all of Africa, but for the entire continent itself. Now, Raul Marquez got the late equalizer to draw the match 1-1. A lot of people felt like, Mexico got very lucky there that they got that late equalizer because it looked like South Africa was poised to pull the upset, and boy, what an upset that would have been if they were able to pull it off. However, now here we are. That was 2010. This is 2026. Mexico going into the tournament, I'll openly admit it. The last year, Mexico has looked a lot more better than they did. If this was 2 years ago, and we were doing the FIFA World Cup a couple of years ago, Mexico was a complete and utter mess. They were in a horrific position. A lot of people were really hard on Mexico, and a lot of people thought, how are they going to get out of this? A lot of people thought they were going to get grouped, but they were able to rally around. They have a great squad now, and many people believe that Mexico will win this match. 68% of people has got Mexico as the favorites. Only 11% thinks that South Africa will win this match, and then the rest has it as a draw. I think it will be a very competitive matchup. I think for Bafana, they must dictate the pace early. They got to be on the ball and kind of try to take the crowd out of it because of the fact that being in Estadio Azteca or the World Cup, the Mexico City World Cup Stadium, this is a place that's going to be very loud, very, crazy. And it's going to be very, very, very drawn in. How is that going to look? I guess we'll find out. One thing is for sure. This is going to be an unbelievable matchup. I'm excited for the first match, and it's going to be quite a spectacle, to say the very least. Then we actually go to the second match of the FIFA World Cup. That will be played at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, and it will be South Korea. And they will take on Czechia. And that will be the second matchup for the FIFA World Cup. And this is an exciting matchup, to say the very least. For this fixture here, this will be in Guadalajara. This will be in the Guadalajara Stadium. This will be a very interesting matchup because when it comes to South Africa, when it comes to South Korea, they have been very known to have a very good type of game, very good strategy, very good teams. And South Korea has been known to pull an upset or two in the FIFA World Cup. Years ago, as many of you know, they knocked off Germany and stunned the World Cup. And as a matter of fact, it's poetic justice that South Korea is in Mexico, because in that World Cup tournament, it was South Korea that benefited Mexico because with that outcome, Mexico was able to advance to the knockout stages of the FIFA World Cup. And I remember the scenes in that city that day in Mexico. South Korean people were treated like kings and queens that day. Anything the South Koreans wanted, the Mexicans were probably going to provide it for free for that day, because that's what it meant for them. Oddly enough, South Korea has had this great run in the World Cup. As a matter of fact, when they were the host nation, they went all the way to the semifinal of one World Cup. They almost won the whole thing. But South Korea has always been a thorn in the side of many teams. So this is going to be a very dangerous game. For Czechia, or Czech Republic, for all you fans out there, they've always had a very good presence. Now, they got in via qualification through the Euros, and they will be a very interesting team to come through. And what are we going to get? We don't know. This is going to be very back and forth. This could be a very interesting matchup, to say the very least. The one thing I got to say is, what is going to be the pace of play? And especially being in Guadalajara, obviously with Mexico, you deal with the humidity. There's high altitude, especially in the Estadio Azteca, there's very high altitude. So how's that going to be effective in the game, especially for two countries, one from the Asian, one from Europe? How are they going to be able to adapt to that kind of situation? How are they going to adapt to that? That's going to be the very telling argument, and that's going to be very interesting to see. So South Africa versus Mexico will kick off at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Then the South Korea versus Czechia, that will kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern time. For the fans in the United States, you can watch the game on Fox in English, Fox Sports or Fox, check your local listings. And for the Mexico game only, you can actually stream it on Tubi. It also will be on the Fox Sports app and on Fox One. And then you also will have the second matchup, on the Fox affiliated networks and everything else. For the fans who will listen to this on Espanol, you can listen to the game exclusively through Telemundo. Telemundo is the official sponsor or the official broadcasting partner in Spanish for the FIFA World Cup. And for you fans who wants to stream the game, you can actually stream it through Peacock. That's the NBC Universal streaming service that they do. You can watch the game in Spanish exclusively through that app. All World Cup matches will be on either Telemundo or on Fox, just in the United States alone. Please check your local listings in your country and your territory to know, because there are a number of different avenues and a number of different sites that will be showing these two matches. And not only that, but all 104 games of the FIFA World Cup. I will be coming back here tomorrow after the final game goes after the second game goes final, where I will recap the first two matches and then set you up for the big ones. Canada's first match and the USA will finally get their hands into the World Cup pot, and we will see you all tomorrow. Muchas gracias, buenas noches, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.